How's it going, folks? Gast here, giving you another Twitter Q&A. Bouncing off from the questions from before, we're just going to get right into it. What character besides Garrick do you want to see in Heroes? Dussel. Easy. I don't know if I answered these questions already, but we're going to have to see. What character besides Garrick do you want to see in Heroes? Dussel, obviously. What do you think about Tap Battle? I think Tap Battle is fun. I really enjoy the rhythm aspect of it. I think it's catchy for pushing the buttons when they prompt. They sync well with the music. Obviously, that's what's going to happen if it's a rhythm game, but it's kind of cool it being in Fire Emblem. Also, you get orbs from that, and I like orbs. And there's no stamina involved, which is also great. This one's a two-parter. How do you feel about special armored units in Heroes not looking armored? Do you care? I don't care at all. Do or will you continue to play Warriors for its DLC content? Are you satisfied with the characters additions made? I still play Warriors whenever I'm like extremely bored and I have nothing to do or whatever. I'll play it at random times, but honestly, I'm not really super into Warriors right now. I don't really plan on playing more DLC content. I played Oboro and Niles and Azura's, and honestly, it kind of just left a sour taste in my mouth that they're just redos of other characters. Apparently, that's not just like it's not like a Fire Emblem hero. It's not a Fire Emblem Warriors thing. It has to do with like Team Ninja doing that over and over. Dynasty Warriors apparently, and the Warriors kind of franchise tends to recycle characters a lot because the roster is so big. So I'm not really into that kind of stuff. Has there been a moment in FE or playing any other game that has made you want to stop playing? Yeah, I think this happens often with people who play video games. I think the best solution is to literally actually stop, because when you're really frustrated, it clouds your judgment and everything. Like even stopping, like just putting the console down for like a day and then coming back to it just brings your perspective back and makes you think of things you never did before. In fact, there was a moment when I was playing Final Fantasy VI when there was a boss that I couldn't beat, and it was like I save stated right. I awkwardly save stated into a point where I was forced to fight this boss. It was the one where you had the painter guy and the painter's like granddaughter or something, and they had to fight a boss, and I ended up finally beating it after going back to it after like months, and it felt really good. Then I beat the game, and the game is amazing. Would you like supports to continue being fully voiced acted, assuming you can make more assuming they can make more supports and still fully act, or do you prefer just to read? Options are great. I don't know if I answered this question already, but I think fully voice acted would be great. I think fully voice acted is really good because the gift with like 3DS and the emotions behind it is that there's a certain nuance when it comes to supports now and dialogue, when you can tell what kind of emotions are supposed to be being portrayed or something, and with voice acting you can tell but by the cadence of someone's voice what they're actually trying to convey, whether it's serious or sarcastic and something like that. Also, it adds so much charm to it, so I really think, you know, obviously it'd be great for that. Roughly, where do you live in Canada? I live in southern Alberta. I swear I think I've answered some of these questions already. I live in the Maritimes. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Your meh Fire Emblem game, like the one you don't hate but don't like either. Mine would be Shadow Dragon, sadly, since the story was simple and likable, but the combat was visuals were boring, plain ugly even to look at. FE6. Remember your Tearing Saga LP? What other consoles do you play on? I remember that Tearing Saga LP. I would play the game just to play it again, but I don't even know how my PlayStation emulator even works anymore, so screw that. I'm not gonna even waste time trying to figure that out. Is your Awakening Iron Man dead? I still have the save file, so kinda, not really. How far along the Garrick's cosplay are you at? I have the leather, and a friend of mine and I are going to try to make parts of the costume and whatnot. What kind of concept do you want for Fire Emblem 16 story? For example, Mang said he'd like a story that spans 3 generations. What about you? That seems stupidly long, so no. He's been playing so much Civ, I think that's why he said that answer. For me, I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. I haven't put much thought into FE16, honestly. What's the fondest memories you have with Fire Emblem besides Hannibal going to the arena? There's a ton. I can't even. What? The randomized Fire Emblem 7 finale that was streamed was amazing. If you haven't seen that, like, watch the end. It's freaking sick. Favorite unit to use in Heroes is my Robin build that I made, that I'm really, really proud of. He's really fun to use, and if you haven't seen it, then if you haven't seen that yet, then find it on Twitter because it's great. I still think that I've answered some of these questions before and I just don't remember. What are some of your favorite soundtracks throughout the Fire Emblem series? In terms of soundtracks, Radiant Dawn and Echoes, and Fates. Fates and Awakening took a while for them to grow on me because I didn't really have I didn't like those games at first, and then I got over my pissiness of it. Now I like most of the soundtracks actually. They're all really great. What do you miss about the 2000s? I don't know. I miss RuneScape. RuneScape when it was like still in 2007. That was sweet. I'd like to go back to that. Can we ever expect a return to the gasket ball magic in the future? That is a good question. I don't know. Maybe? I'll probably just repost those old videos on my Instagram or something. What kind of music do you like? Classical, rock, mixed? Right now I've been listening to a lot of retrowave. Yeah, just a lot of retrowave. Just a lot. Like, it's been consuming my days. Would you replay Echoes again if someone managed to randomize it? Yes, but that's impossible because the way the scripts in as far as I'm told, the way the game is handled, randomizing Echoes is actually basically impossible. So if it was possible, if it actually happened, duh, I'd be down for that. But like, don't get your hopes up, guys. It's like a brutally hard game to hack to the point where it's not even fun or even worth doing. How much do you bench? I don't bench at all anymore. I used to bench, and the most I could bench was 220. I like to say 225. That's being extremely generous, and I don't remember. If I could bench 225, I would definitely remember that. What is your least favorite support? Anything from Perry? If you have any questions for me that you'd like me to answer, then feel free to reply in the tweet that is sharing this video on Twitter when this one goes live. I will also probably just tweet something else, so I'll probably just do that actually because it sounds easier to do. Anyways, folks, hope you enjoyed this, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.